Welcome back to OT Sports. Today we got our NFL Super Bowl predictions for the end of the season. It was a great season. The playoffs are finally wrapping up. Unfortunately, because we're gonna have to wait quite a bit for the next NFL season, but it's gonna be a great game this coming Sunday. Very excited for it. The final game of the NFL season, and it's gonna be a very exciting one. I think it'll be a great game. As always, if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications to make sure that you don't miss out on any of our videos. We got college basketball, college football, NBA, NFL, and MLB. So make sure you tune into that. As always, my Discord and X are linked in the description. You can join that. You can follow that, whatever you'd like to do. Just real quick, it's only one game, so this is probably going to be a little bit of a shorter video. But, we're going to make our picks. We're going to go through the standings of, all the guys and do all their picks too. So, let's just get right into the standings. So I am in first, and I've clinched first place as of this point. I went 4-0 this week, and Matthew went 0-4. I believe he might have went 2-2, but it doesn't really matter. I have a 9-game lead. And the way we do it is regular season's 1 point, 1 win if you get it right, 1 loss if you get it wrong. For playoffs, it's 2 wins if you get it right, 2 losses if you get it wrong. And then for Super Bowl, 3 wins if you get it right, and then 3 losses if you don't. So I'm at 192 right now. I've clinched first. I got a 9-game lead, and I've successfully secured the 3-peat. Next year, I'm going for the 4-peat. So we'll see how I do there. Matthew has clinched second place, so good for him. And then Connor and Ben is really the only spot here that can kind of flip. And I will say right now they both have opposites, so third place is still up for grabs. It's coming down to the final game. You'll love to see that. Connor with a 2-point lead, but Super Bowl is worth 3 points. And like I said, they went opposite of each other. Jackson has clinched 5th, Sammy's 6th, and then Jack just, he's in 7th by a long shot. He probably is not going to be in this next year. I'm just going to tell you right now. But now let's just move into the game right now. So we got 4 on the Chiefs to start out, 2 on the Niners. And I believe the Niners are actually favored in this game, which kind of surprised me, to be honest. The Niners are favored by 1.5 right now. So it's the ESPN analytics are saying the Niners have a 60% chance to win. The Chiefs have a 40, which is really shocking to me, to be honest. I did not think the Chiefs would get this far in the playoffs. My Super Bowl prediction was Niners-Bills. I got the Niners right, but the Bills did lose to the Chiefs. The Chiefs make it back here. We got a rematch from a couple of years ago when the Niners were in control for most of the game, and then Mahomes led his team to come back and win. That was a great Super Bowl. Hopefully we get something like that this time around. It's going to be in Vegas, so 49ers fans are going to have a lot shorter of a travel to get to the stadium than Kansas City, but I'm sure those Chiefs fans will make it out there because they are just very loyal, a very loyal fan base, and very passionate. So I'm sure they will have plenty of fans in attendance. And really, the whole story behind this that I've been seeing everyone say is the Niners have the overall better team, top to bottom. Looking at every position group, the Niners are the more talented team. They're the deeper team. They, on paper, are the better team. But the Chiefs, they have Mahomes. And quarterback is the most important position on the field at all times. And the Chiefs have the best one in the league. I definitely trust Mahomes a whole lot more than I do Brock Purdy. We've seen Brock Purdy kind of struggle a little bit. He did lead his team to a comeback over the Lions in the second half of the NFC Championship game last week, or 2 weeks ago, I guess now, over the Lions. That was a really good game. The Niners came back and won. And then the Chiefs just kind of controlled the game against the Ravens the whole time through. They win like 17-10. It was a boring defensive game, which I kind of thought it would be. But the Chiefs got it done. and they were in control for really the whole game. The Ravens didn't really have any shot. The Chiefs defense looked elite, and the Niners defense, especially in the second half, looked really good, and their offense as well. They just looked like a really good team in the second half. In the first half, not so much. They were down 24-7, but they did end up winning. So good on Shanahan to coach them up to get here. So now we got the coaching matchup of Kyle Shanahan versus Andy Reid. I definitely think Andy Reid is the better coach here, but Kyle Shanahan is a great coach as well. We're just going to kind of go back and forth for positions. I know head coach isn't one, but we're just going to mention it. I definitely think Andy Reid is the better one overall, so I'm going to give a point to the Chiefs there, 1-0. We're going to move to quarterback. I'm going to give another point to the Chiefs. So that's 2-0. But like I said, I think the Niners are the better team overall, top to bottom, when looking at every position group. But yeah, the Chiefs, they have Mahomes, and they have the better coaching, in my opinion. So which way is it gonna go? I'll get to that in a little bit. Moving on to running back, it's got to be Niners. They got the best one in the league in CMC. Receiving core, definitely the Niners. Ayuk, Debo, just a lot more guys there than Rashee Rice, and Kadarius Toney, if he's even gonna play. Sky Moore. The Niners definitely have him there. Tight end, gotta go Niners. George Kittle is by far better than the Chiefs tight end they got over there. Offensive line is honestly tough. I might actually have to give it to the Chiefs, to be honest. But Joe Thuney, I don't know if he's playing. He might be out for that game. He is questionable right now. He's their starting guard. I don't know which, if he's left guard or right guard. But O-line, I am going to give it to the Chiefs. I think they have the overall more complete O-line. So what is the score? So 2-3. It's 3-3 right now through offense. And now moving into the defense. For D-line, I am going to go with the Niners. I just think, with Nick Bosa and all the guys they got over there, Chris Jones is a factor. The Chiefs honestly have a really good defense too. This is a fairly even matchup. With their D line, because they got George Karlaftis too. I forgot about him. He's great for the Chiefs, and then obviously, like I mentioned, Chris Jones. But the Niners, man, with guys like Nick Bosa. They have plenty of guys. I'm trying to think. Chase Young, he's another one. Eric Armstead, Javon Hargrave. It's just ridiculous. So I'm going to give it to the Niners there on D-line. So that's 4-3 Niners. Moving to the linebackers, I'm going to again go with the Niners. Nick Bolton's great and all for the Chiefs, but Fred Warner, he's one of the best linebackers in the league, if not the best. Dre Greenlaw's great too. He makes a whole lot of tackles for the Niners. So that's going to be, what was this? It was 5-3. That's going to be 5-3 Niners now. Moving over to DB, honestly, this one's tough. I actually might go Chiefs here. L'Jarius Sneed is just ridiculous. I actually am going to give it to the Chiefs. So that's 5-4 Chiefs. And then special teams, I'm going to go with the Chiefs. I just think they're a Chester kicker a little bit more. The Niners have a rookie kicker. And so that's actually going to bring it to a 5-5 tie, which honestly, just going through that right now, it makes me feel a little bit more confident about my pick, because I've been saying that I think the Niners are the more complete overall team. I think they're the overall better team, but like I mentioned, the Chiefs have Mahomes, and in the playoffs, it's kind of similar to Brady and Gronk. You could say whatever you want about them in the regular season, but once they make the playoffs, a switch just flips, and they just find a way to win every single game. They always get in the Super Bowl, and that's kind of what we're seeing with Mahomes and Kelsey. Honestly, the modern day Brady and Gronk. And if Mahomes keeps up at this rate, he will. He probably will surpass Tom Brady in terms of in terms of who's the greatest of all time. But as of right now, it is still Tom Brady. Mahomes is gonna have to win quite a bit more, but at this rate, I mean, he's on track to do so. Um, and I mean, Mahomes is I just trust him so much more than Brock Purdy. And the fact that I gave it a 5-5 tie on here makes me feel a lot better about my pick. I'm taking the Chiefs. I know it's annoying, but I mean it's Mahomes and Andy Reid and Travis Kelce. I mean they have a pretty solid team too. Their defense is legit. I don't think it gets enough credit. Their defense, they have a lot of guys: Chris Jones, George Karlaftis, Nick Bolton, L'Jarius Sneed. They got a lot of guys over there that can make some big time plays, and I know the Niners do too, especially on defense. They have a really good defense. Um, Defensive backs, I know I gave it to the Chiefs. You could definitely flip a coin for that one. I might actually go Niners on there. But the fact that I mean, I've been saying the Niners, I think, are the overall better team. The fact that that little game we just played with the points on who was better, the fact that it was that close makes me feel a little bit more confident about the Chiefs. Uh, I thought the Niners had the by far the better rest of team. The Chiefs just have the quarterback advantage by a lot, and that is part of the reason why I'm going with the Chiefs. I just think they're coached better. They're overall better coached, more experience in Mahomes over Brock Purdy, and I trust them just so much more. And their defense, man, they looked elite against Lamar Jackson, who is impossible to game plan for. They held them to 10 points, and the Ravens just couldn't do anything on offense out there against the Chiefs. It is in Vegas, which I think is a big factor for the Niners' favor. But I don't know. It's just Mahomes, and in the playoffs, he is just a different animal. So I am gonna go with the Chiefs. It is gonna be a great game. It is gonna be a very nice, rematch. But I think the Chiefs get them again. Now I wouldn't be shocked if the Niners win. Like I said, they're a 1.5 point favorite. Personally, I think the Chiefs will, but I wouldn't be shocked if the Niners win. It's going to be a very good game, very close. I think it's going to be quite low scoring, but if it comes down to a final drive, Mahomes or Brock Purdy, I'm just going to trust Mahomes so much more than Brock Purdy. I don't know. So I am going to go with the Chiefs in this one. The over-under sitting at 47.5. I'd probably take the under. I think it's going to be more like 24-20, 24-21, so that's like 44-45, so I would take the under. And then obviously I think the Chiefs are going to win. So yeah, it's going to do it for the Super Bowl pick. I know it was a short video, but like I said, there's only so much you can talk about for one game. Now it is a very big game, but I think we did alright in making it as long as we possibly could. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe. And like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. We've done these NFL picks every single week, the entire season, the entire way through. We'll continue to do that next season and the following seasons ahead. And yeah, like I said, we got plenty of other content. College basketball every single week. College football when that season's going every single week. NBA and MLB as well when those seasons are going. We post plenty of videos for them. So. There's a lot of content. Make sure you check us out and go watch some of our other videos. Turn on the notifications to make sure you don't miss out when we post those videos. As always, my Discord and X are linked in the description. You can join that. You can follow that. Whatever you'd like to do. But I will see you guys. I might do an NBA video tomorrow. I haven't really thought too much about it yet. We'll see. If not, I'll see you guys on Monday with college basketball.